Shalom, shalom. I am Brother Spence on the blessed Monday evening, December the 15th, 2025. I have to say, Happy Hanukkah, or Happy Hanukkah, blessed feast of dedication or livication. Tonight is the second night of Hanukkah. And for those that don't know, Hanukkah in the Hebrew means dedication. We dedicate this time in celebration and rejoicing of good, or the victory of good over evil. Hallelujah. But unfortunately, in this time of darkness, a very beyond terrible, beyond horrible thing took place. That's right, a horrible crisis took place on Sydney Beach in the country of Australia. Right there, somewhere in Australia on Sydney Beach, there was a deadly shooting, a massacre, killing over 10 or over 15 people, and not just any people, but Jewish people celebrating the day before the first evening of Hanukkah that was last night. So many of us have heard about this already on the international news and etc., etc. Horrible thing, you know. Yes, as a proselyte, I also am a pre-Constantine and a cryptic Orthodox Christian as a Nazarene. So yeah, forgive me of my, cross, my symbolism of the cross in honor and respect to other people, offend those who are other types of proselytes, fellow proselytes or converted Yehudim, or even ethnic Yehudim or Israelites, or who are actually Jewish, or ethnic Igbo tribes of African Israelites or Ethiopian Jews according to lineage or of faith or conversion. There's different definitions of what is a Jew, or what it means to be a faithful Yehudi or an Israelite, or even a true Christian. Like myself, is more of a pre-Constantine Christian, but a beyond horrible thing took place, and for this evil devil in the flesh that supposedly now they're saying is a product of ISIS. 24 hours ago, I saw something that was saying the Iranians had something to do with it. But I know from years back, if they mention ISIS, then it's probably something that I shouldn't talk about on this video, as far as propaganda and the powers that be right here in the core of daughter Babylon, in this whole spiritual Egypt, manifesting their way into acts of anti-Semitism. And they show images of the Prime Minister Netanyahu. Like, okay, these people are murdered because they're Jewish. And it was a guy and his son that maybe he was a Palestinian nationality, or maybe he was an Arab guy or some other Muslim guy from a different race or a different nationality. What does it matter? This man and his son had machine guns aimed at these people that happen to be Jewish people, just celebrating their Jewishness. Many of them could have been agnostic or atheists for all we know. Who cares, man? That's pure evil and hatred. And true anti-Semitism or Shemitism is a Yehudi or a Jew or an Israelite of any tribe, from any color, any so-called race, whether a Falasha Ethiopian Jew or an African Israelite or the Igbo tribes blended in with other nations. There's people who are other types of Yehudim, ethnic Yehudim, and converted, proselytes like myself of the Gentile nations, grafted in from all four corners of the earth. All four corners of the earth. We got to get beyond this whole skin tone thing, all this, for lack of better words, racism, this racism BS, prejudice, anti-Shemitism or anti-Semitism, anti-Arab, xenophobia or Islamophobia or anti-Christian. We know that true Christians, as opposed to Antichrist Christians, but true fellow Christians, whether Orthodox or pre-Constantine Christians, grafted in, or Yahudim apart. Rabbi Shaul, I repeat, Rabbi Shaul, or the Apostle Paul, in his time said, a true faithful Yehudi or a Jew is one who is circumcised apart through Yeshua HaMashiach, aka Jesus Christ, the Son, right? The true rabbi of all rabbis, the one true prophet of all prophets. So we know anti-Christianism, people shooting up these churches just a few months ago, shooting up a Roman Catholic church and then a Mormon church or some other Protestant church. And that's terrible. Just a couple days ago, there was somebody who assaulted a group of Muslims outside of their mosque. There have been people in the past 7 to 8 years shooting up churches and synagogues, whether they're anti-Christian, anti-Muslim, anti-Semitic. This is just a terrible thing that mankind has succumbed to this level of ignorance and hatred and evil in these days of darkness. So with that being said, right, this is a photo, or this is a picture I took last night on the first night of Hanukkah. We got the traditional 7-branch menorah on the table with the shofar and the Hanukkah, the Apocrypha scriptures, the chalice. Hallelujah. Now is the time to shine that light in the darkness. Give thanks. Baruch Hashem Adonai Eloheinu.
I'm grateful for. Today I cannot ask for more. I have my heart, my soul, my strength. This life is blessed, so I give thanks. Give thanks to the universal one. Give thanks for the moon and stars and sun. Give thanks for the earth on which we live. Give thanks for the bounty she can give. Give thanks for the tree and the food it grows. Give thanks for the cup that overflows.